Recording too.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Part 2. Part 2. If I can get my camera
Actually,
back.
technically, this would be part 3.
Will it? Did it last that long?
Yes, the first part lasted a little over 55 minutes.
Okay. Well, hold on. My camera's not coming back on for some reason. Am I still sharing?
No.
Okay. Well, my camera's not coming back on now for some reason. Yeah? No? Oh, okay. I guess my computer doesn't want to show my face anymore, I guess. It says the camera works, it just won't turn it on. Yeah, it says the camera works. That's weird.
Maybe you could try looking at your settings.
On. Central Shift K. If it works in the button way. No, it did not. Whatever.
How's what I'm looking out there so far?
It probably just did that because of the share screen thing. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll try the other camera. No, nothing. No, nothing. None of y'all are gonna work. Okay. That's cool, I guess. It says the cameras are working. It's just not showing. Whatever. That's fine. Don't show my pretty face. That's okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, I showed you that. Alright. Okay, let's go to years. Let's go to years. Should the legislative sessions be every year, or should they be in an even number of years, or should they be in an odd number of years? Let's start with, if we get 100 people, should we just keep our current system where it should be 6 months? Well, in this case, will it be 3 months per year, or will it be 3 months in even numbered years, or 3 months in odd numbered years?
3 months per year.
Per year in that one. Okay, let me write that down first so I won't forget. I guess I should add the word trigger laws. That'll probably be more accurate. But it's okay. I'll edit this bill later. Okay. When we reach 100 adult citizens to have a 3-month-long legislative session legislative sessions shall be 3 months, no, shall be working for 3 months per year. There we go. All right, let's say we have our islands. We're a country now. How long should it last? Or no, what should it be? Even number or odd number years? Or per year still?
You're talking about when we get our island?
Yep. All 9 islands to be exact.
I'll say the odd number of years.
Okay, so like 2023, 2025, 2027. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, odd numbered years. Got it. Sounds good to me. I'm okay with that. Pick a month. Oh, like the 3 month part. What month should the legislative session start at? We didn't decide that one. So we get 100 people. Each legislative session is 3 months long. When should the 3 month legislative session start? So we got to pick a starting month.
Oh, let's say April.
Okay, so that means April, May, and June will be the 3 months then. Starting. What day in April? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Like on the first Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? The second, the third, the fourth, the 25th? Well, not
Let's
25th.
make it a Monday.
So let's make it a Monday. Okay. Which Monday? The first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one?
I would have to say the second Monday.
Okay.
It's warm, it's nice, it's spring weather. So
In April. There we go. On the second Monday in April. Okay. Should we give that the same? Should we give the same day and month to the when we get our islands, or should it be different?
I guess it could stay the same when we get our island.
Okay. I think it should be of April, not in April. Of April. There we go. All right. Let's think realistically here. I don't know what's going to happen when we reach 100 citizens.
Me
But-
neither.
But what should the time of the meeting start? Because when we get our islands, we can go as early as we want, because there will be stuff to do there, and people will get paid there once we get our currency created. So,
I always have to say, 11 a.m. Eastern Time.
for the 3-month long one?
Yes, because it's morning, people are waking up. They should have already had coffee or however they wake themselves up for the day. All that good stuff. They would have been already set to go. So 11 in the morning Eastern Time sounds like it's a decent choice. Of course, it could be changed depending on everybody's schedule at the time. But for now, it just seems kind of like when we get the islands, that seems like the perfect choice.
Okay. I guess we could try that, because I know I definitely won't make it 11 o'clock in the morning, especially if I'm the one that's got to be presiding over the meeting. So, but again, I mean, there's, they get to select their own Speaker of the House if I can't make it or the Queen can't make it. So, okay.
At the very least, it would get everybody time to wake up and be ready.
So for the 3-month-long legislative
Although, quick question:
meetings.
the island time frame, do they use the same time as us?
Yes, it's Eastern Time.
Okay, good.
They'll start at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Now, let's say we got our island. We're a nation now. How long should what time should our legislative session starts?
I mean, we could always do it for the same time, but on a different day.
Well, you said that, we should do it on the same day that we chosen for the 3-month-long one. So
Okay.
Same time?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, when we have more people watching this meeting, they could always give us an idea of what the time they want. We could always, if it's possible to change it, we could change it later.
I should trigger law. That's what I need to do. I need to put the word trigger laws in there. I keep forgetting that's a term that people use now. So there's sunset clause and then there's trigger laws. Okay. Okay. Okay, we get the time, the date, the month, the years. Wait, did I put odd number years? That's the thing I did not do yet.
How's the weather out there over there?
I don't hear wind and rain anymore, which is kind of scary. Because that's actually not a good thing after hearing all that. Second Monday of April.
We don't hear any sirens, so.
Right. Oh, that don't mean anything. Remember what happened last time?
Yeah, that's true.
Should begin on the second Monday of April.
But the thing is, I don't think
every odd numbered years. There we go. Perfect. Some people's OCDs might get destroyed, but they'll get over it. Okay, let's continue on. Let's see. Okay, it says in the article, a majority of the members elected to the legislature shall constitute a quorum. So it says a majority. It didn't really specify the number. So should it be considered majority of the entire legislature, or just a majority, like an odd number, I guess? I think it would make sense to wait till there's a majority, an actual majority. Like if there's 9 people in our soon-to-be new legislature, that means a majority would be 5 people at least. But if there isn't 5 people, then a meeting can't start. And obviously, in our future one on the island, when there's 18, 9 people is a majority that can start a quorum. But if there's less than 9 people, then there's no quorum. Therefore, they can't do their meeting. They can't pass laws. Now, they can have discussions. They can still have the meeting, but they're only allowed to have discussions and all that stuff. They're not allowed to vote. They're not allowed to pass laws. They're not allowed to do anything until there's a majority. So
I can see that happening for when we get the island, but it's not something that we honestly have to use right now.
not right now, no. But what happens if we get 100 people?
Yeah.
So what do you think? We get 100 people. How should it work?
Honestly, I can see that working, yeah.
Okay, so that means if we get 100 people, our legislative branch should definitely have a majority of people to even start a quorum. And if they don't have it, then there's no voting or passing laws allowed. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes. At least until we have at least 100 people, adult-wise.
Right. Trigger law, not sunset clause. Trigger law. Once we reach 100 adult citizens, and or once we acquired our 9 islands, the legislature must have an actual majority of elected members to have a quorum. If the quorum is not met, then there shall be no business there shall be no business in the legislative session until an actual majority, is reached. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's continue. I'm pretty sure we created this one. It says a legislator shall determine the rules of its proceedings and be the judge of the. Well, hold on. I don't know about the judge of the election part, but shall determine the rules of its proceedings. I think we already added that to the notes somewhere.
So, where are we at right now?
We're still in the article. We're still on the same paper.
Okay.
We haven't even left the article yet. Um, uh, I'm looking at the legislator shall determine the rules of his proceedings and be the judge. Or no, damn it. It goes together. That's why I'm saying it together. Determine the rules of its proceedings. But I think we decided on something that'll help with that. Here it is. The legislature can give a committee the power to make rules and regulations covering the details of legislative purposes. I think I should put the word procedures. Procedures. The committee will be able to propose said rules and regulations to the legislature. There we go. Now that sounds better. Okay, so we got that covered. Okay, so to be the judge of the elections, returns and qualifications of its members. I don't know what the word returns mean. I don't know what they mean by that one. But I know the qualification of it, a qualification in the election part. Hey, there it is, Bree. If you read the article, it says, shall choose its own officers, including a speaker, to preside when the lieutenant governor is absent. Hey, see, I told you I covered that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Double jeopardy. So, judge of the election returns the qualifications of its members. I'm assuming what it means is that it's almost similar, if I'm reading this correctly, it's almost similar to the Electoral College when the votes for an Electoral College is brought to Congress. The president of the Senate, aka the vice president, reads off which states voted for who and whatever. Not people, states. And for each state has their own number of points, and then it goes on. Whoever has the most points win. Or in the United States' case, whoever has 270 wins. So in our case, we don't have an electoral college system. We have a popular vote system. So it definitely has to go by the population of the county. So if it's got to go by the population of the county, does it still go to the unicameral to be counted? Or should it go to like a county official to be counted? That's the question. Well, okay, if it's going to the legislature, I think the legislature should be the judge of it. To see if it's, I guess, legit, I guess. I mean, make sure there's no miscounts and all that stuff, I guess. Okay. Let's say this happens. Let's say, Bree, you got you're a candidate, you're running for election. The votes are in. The votes are going to the unicameral to get counted. So, everybody in your county voted for you, but who didn't vote for you? Obviously you're going to have an opponent. So, you got votes going for your opponents, you got votes going for you. So now it will go to the unicameral or the legislator to get counted. And I guess whoever's presiding over the House of Representatives gets to count the votes and say, all right, let's count how many votes there are for Bree and count how many votes that are not for Bree. So, and obviously with us being an island nation with 9 islands and not the 9 island, even if we first start out, we're not going to have a big population anyway. So, in all honesty, we probably might be old and dead by the time our island nation actually gets a lot of people. So, I mean, but hey, at least we still got an island nation. So at least we got to live on it and enjoy it while it lasted. So, thinking. So yeah, so do you think the votes from your constituents should be counted by the federal legislature, or should they? Because you're being elected into a federal position, so it's a nationwide position. Or do you think the county should that you live in should count your votes, or should it be a two-tier thing? The county counts your votes. It tells us, okay, this is how many we counted for Bree and how many counted we for Bree's opponent. Do a double check or triple check if we counted right or wrong, and then obviously we'll count and verify how many are for you and how many are for your opponent. So there's three things we could do there. It can either be the unicameral entirely, or just the county decide on if you won or not, which might be, I can see backfires on both sides. If you have multiple opponents in the unicameral in general that actually don't want you to be in office, but they want your opponent in office just because it's not you, obviously they're going to be a little biased. But at the same time, your county could also be biased. And it's like, look, Bree got 99% of the votes and only 1% had voted against Bree, so she should be the winner. So it's kind of a thing. Or we can have a two-tier system where it gets double counted. Now remember, our elections are nonpartisan, the federal one anyway. So there's no political parties for the federal position. It is just you. So it's like you have to be a good damn candidate to even get voted on. Like, they gotta like what you say, they gotta like what your policies might be, they gotta like all that stuff. Not just for what party you're in. So
in a way, with what you're describing,
and political parties cannot endorse you. If a political party endorses you, you're out. Now, of course, that could backfire at the same time because it's like, who would endorse anybody like that? So, it's something like that. Political parties should not be allowed to endorse anybody, but candidates should not be endorsed by a political party. It's weird. It's weird like that. But anyway, go on.
Well, with what you're saying, what describes it sounds kind of similar like to how people will vote for the president who should take the White House seat. Basically, also kind of describes how Trump got his votes.
Yeah.
He may not have a whole lot of political, but he used his money and the power that he had to get there.
Yeah.
But honestly, I do not have an answer for that.
I think I do, because I just thought about it.
What's that?
This is the best thing. Well, here's the thing. When we get our island, we're going to have 4 branches of government.
Mm-hmm.
In our current situation in the future, we might get 4 branches of government still. At the moment, we have 3. I have an idea. Why not? We just have the Queen count the votes.
Mm-hmm.
Not biased, independent.
And the ruler.
And she does not give a damn about political parties.
Who does?
All right. Hey, when we first started this thing, Bree, we actually had 2 political parties. Yeah, and then we started learning. We started getting older. So, but the names of those parties were awesome. I love the name of the parties. But it's best to have the federal elections to be nonpartisan. But the federal counties can decide whether to be nonpartisan or they can be partisan. They can have political parties of their own. There just can't be a nationwide one.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's what we decided. It's for the best. It just can't be a thing. So it's like I'd rather have a people of a majority of the same ideas than